For years, every major Chinese AI model was open source, free to download, free to use. That was the strategy. Flood the market, undercut American labs, drive their stock prices down. This week, China changed the playbook. Qwen 3.6 went closed source. And if you understand why that matters, you know this is not just another model release. This is a signal. Let me give you the real numbers. Qwen 3.6 Plus beats Claude Opus 4.6 on Terminal Bench 2.0, which is one of the most respected coding benchmarks. It runs roughly 3 times faster. It has a 1 million token context window, matching the best American models. And on software engineering as a whole, Alibaba admits Claude is still better. That honesty in their own benchmarks is new. Previous Chinese releases cherry-picked numbers. This time, they are showing where they lose too, which makes the wins harder to dismiss. But the benchmarks are not the story. The story is that door closing behind them. When China open-sourced their models, the strategy was economic warfare. Give away what American companies charge for, collapse the moat. But you only give things away when you are behind. You close the door when you have something worth protecting. Qwen 3.6 going closed source means Alibaba believes they have caught up or that the next version will pull ahead, and they do not want that advantage walking out the door. That is the signal the industry was watching for. And here's the part that should concern you more than any single benchmark. This is not one company getting lucky. This week alone, Alibaba released Qwen 3.6 Plus and Qwen 3.5 Omni, a multimodal model that can watch you hold up a hand-drawn sketch on paper, listen to you describe what you want, and code a working website from scratch in seconds. Nobody trained it to do that. The capability emerged on its own as the model scaled up. At the same time, Zhipu released GLM5, a 744 billion parameter model that scored 50.4% on humanity's last exam, beating Claude Opus. And they trained it entirely on Huawei chips, not a single NVIDIA processor. The American chip ban was supposed to prevent exactly this. Instead, it forced China to build its own chip ecosystem, and now they have one. Step back and look at the full picture. In February, U.S. tech companies lost $900 billion in market value in a single week because investors started asking whether massive AI spending could stay ahead of cheaper Chinese alternatives. That question has not gone away. It has gotten louder. The Qwen 3.5 Omni model processes 10 hours of audio and 4 million video frames. It understands when you are interrupting it versus just reacting, and it keeps talking smoothly. These are not incremental improvements. These are capabilities that did not exist 6 months ago. So what does this actually mean if you are not an AI researcher or a geopolitics expert? It means competition is about to drive prices down fast. When Chinese models match American ones at a fraction of the cost, everyone benefits. Cloud AI prices drop. Local AI gets better. The tools you use every day get cheaper. But it also means the balance of power in technology is shifting. 7 of the top 10 AI models are now Chinese. American labs still lead in some areas, but the gap is closing every week, and for the first time, the other side is no longer giving away its best work for free. This is what an inflection point actually looks like. Not a single dramatic moment. A series of signals that add up until you cannot ignore them anymore. China going closed source is one of those signals. The question is not whether they have caught up. The question is what happens when they pull ahead and the door is already shut.